Alright, so this is the signal light that I have. If you guys following my channel, I already tested it last week and it works. So now I'm gonna complete this installation and I'm gonna use this wire. This wire has been given to me by a friend who used to work in an alarm system. So this is like the wire that they use for alarm is more stronger. And I think it can, resist from flexing multiple times. So that's what I'm gonna use, and it's rounded, so it's kind of easy to run the wire through the stem. And if you're wondering where I get this bolt and the spacer, this is comes from the TV mount. Like if you buy the TV mount, it comes with different size of bolts and different spacers, which is I already tried it too, and it's gonna work with what I'm gonna try to do, where I'm gonna install the signal light. Anyway, let's start installing it. Right, so first thing I did is I removed the plate under the neck, and it's held by 4 screws, as you can see right here. And all you have to do is to turn the wheel all the way, and then you can access the screw, the same on the top there. And I use this stubby Phillips screwdriver. This is a short one, so that you can have room removing the screws, unless if you put the scooter upside down, you can use the long one. Anyway, as you can see right here, I use this cable just to try to get through to this intersection here. I call it intersection, is a BC intersection. Anyway, the folding mechanism, I insert it inside the spring protector for the wire, and I was expecting that the cable will come out right here, but it come out here under here. It's just like go straight and come out under here, which has also the cable for the motor and the brake, the drum brake. But anyway, so as you can see here, there's another cable here. Of course, the one cable is also for the brake, for the rear brake, and then the other cable, there's another 2 cable here. That's for the electrical wire, and that's the route of the cable that I want to follow, because that cable goes all the way to the top. So that's exactly what I want to do, because I want to install the LED lights, signal lights on the handlebar. I'm gonna see how I'm gonna fish this wire, so that the cable, so that it can get through here, and then I can tie down the cable wire that I want to use, and then pull it up, and then it can go up to here. Wire protector that I'm talking about, and this is a metal spring. As you can see, the cable, I don't know if you guys can see that, the cable that I inserted is right there. Here you guys can see that it's moving. See, I cannot go through here because I have to bend it. So I went from here, this hole. This is the hole for the locking mechanism. And then as you can see, inside of the stem, there's lots of room to go all the way up. So the only problem here is to get through this intersection here, the BC intersection here. Probably if I have the spanner tool I didn't receive until now, I could have probably try to mess up with it, but I'm really trying to avoid doing that. Of course, you're gonna align it again, everything. So let's see what can I do, and then I'm gonna film as much as I can, so that I can give you guys this information, like how to get through this challenging situation right now. Alright guys, so have good news. I managed to get through that cable, through that BC intersection, to the folding mechanism. As you can see, I use this tool to position the City Pro like this, so that I can have a very good visual of what's going on in this part here. And this is where this flashlight here comes very handy. This one has like a flexible head, and it's like all quick release. You can 3 heads, this one here, and that's flexible one, which really useful in this kind of situation. So show you guys here. That's a flashlight. Hopefully you guys can see what I can see right now, but let me twist it. It's gonna be hard to see. Okay, let me position this handlebar first. As you can see here, I have two helpers here. My bar stool and then a short stool right there to hold the handlebar in place. I don't know if you guys can see what I can see right now, but it's really hard for you guys to see. It's really hard to film this, but oh no, it'll be really hard for you guys to see, and for me, I mean, to film this. But you just have to follow this wire here. There is a hole when you put the handlebar straight. You can see the hole, and then you can insert this cable, your fish cable, through that, and then push it all the way. And when you push it, make sure that the stem is like kind of straight like that, not of course not folded. I turn the wheel straight, and just to really show you guys right here, you can see right there. Yeah, that's now, it's visible now. As you can see that the wire going through the stem. Anyway, that's the visual of it. If you look at it yourself, you can see it right there. So that's where I put the fish cable to get through the stem. All right, so this is the other end of the fishing cable that gets through here, and this is the wire protection spring that we have to get through. And I have the cable here. By the way, the cable I'm going to use is this is an alarm cable. This is my friend gave this to me a long time ago, and it's it looks like it's very strong, and then it's can like resist from bending too many times because it's gonna go through there. And since I'm going to use two wires for the left and right signal light, I don't want to do it one by one, so I'm just gonna fold this in the middle right here so that I can pull like two wires together, and then I'm just gonna cut it later on. So I kind of skeptical that this one is gonna get stuck somewhere here, but like I have to try it, and I have to make sure that this thing is really holding very well. I'm not sure how am I gonna tie this, but let me think. I have to make this as like as small as I can. Let's see. All right, hopefully this thing gonna work. So I folded the fish cable, folded the wire, and then use electrical tape to secure it. And I just try to pinch it here so that I can make it slimmer or smaller as much as I can, so that it's not gonna get stuck somewhere there, hopefully. So now it's time to try to pull it, and I think this is okay. It's not like really bent, so like I think the wire can get through, so we'll see. All right, here we go. I'll see. I think I'm just gonna try to help it. Seems like it's getting through easily. Oh, I wasn't expecting that it's gonna be easy like that. Look at that, the wire's already here. Now I have like a left and right. wiring connection that's gonna go through all the way up to the handlebar. So the only challenge now is gonna get through here, but I don't think that's a challenge because I can always open the bottom cover of the City Pro to make it easy for me to, like run the wire. And yeah, this is the real challenge here, which is I'm not expecting to be easy like that. When I try to use this method that I use, like if you're running two wires instead of running fishing the wire one by one, you can do this if your wire is long enough, and it's gonna make your life very easy. So excited right now, like to get through that busy intersection, the folding mechanism here. Alright, so that's the first challenge of this installation is over. So let's see what is the next challenge for me. Alright guys, so what I'm gonna do next is to like run the wire all the way up. It's just gonna go inside all the way up to this cable here. I'm gonna remove this rubber grommet. So like for the, as you can see right here, for the left turn signal light is gonna go here because I want to follow this cable here, and then I'm gonna be mounting the signal light right here. So like, and then I'm just gonna get like a wire cover, black wire cover, and then like cover them together, so that it's gonna be look like a single cable. And the same thing on the other side. And for this one here, I'm gonna leave more like a slack of the wire because I'm thinking to replace this brake cable, because as you can see right there, that's another thing that Apollo means. I don't know why they cut corners in this thing. Just make like another 2 to 3 inches length, and then it's not gonna be covered. It's gonna be on top of the headlight. It's not gonna be like that, right? Right. So I will start by removing these 2 bolts here. I have to remove the handlebar assembly, and then so that I can have access to how to remove the grommet. I already tried to remove the rubber grommet here without removing the handlebar assembly, but it's quite difficult. It's kind of hard to pull it out. So yeah, so like I think if I remove this, I can have access and take a look what's going on inside, and we'll see. I'll see what I can do. All right, so I got the two wires all the way up here, and the rubber grommet. The reason why it was hard to remove earlier because of the tension of the cable while the handlebar is installed on the top. It's giving tension here like that, and I cannot like pop it out. But now it's kind of easy to remove it, and also you have access from the inside. Hopefully, it's gonna be easy to put it back later. There you go. And the kind of the hole is very tight. It's just like really for one single cable there, but I'm gonna try to but I'm gonna try to squeeze it in. Hopefully I could. It should. Otherwise I'm gonna make the hole bigger. But it should go. There you go. And there you have it. Right now it doesn't matter which wire you're gonna put for the left and the right cable. What matters later is when you connect, when you tap the cable to the signal light for the left and right. Okay, let's try to put this back, if I can still install it back, because it's really tight right now. It should. There's always a way to do it. There is always a way. Or maybe it's gonna be easy to put this back if there's no tension from the cable pulling it down. So I'm gonna try to remove the other side first. I'm sorry. Okay, it was so easy to pop it off. And I'm gonna do the same. There you go. Let's see if we put the handlebar back, if it's gonna be quite easy to put the rubber grommet back in place. Just be careful that the wire, you don't pinch any wire when you installing the handlebar back. There you go. I'm not gonna put the bolts right now, just in case I need to remove it again. All right. Oops, it's popping out from the bottom. Maybe not. Yeah, it's not. It's just the tension of the cable, because this cable is really short. All right, so there you go. And if I can get the wire cover, black white cover right here, or maybe even gray, would be look nice. I'm not sure. So this wire here, these two cables here, is gonna be look like one cable, and gonna be look like it's gonna be look clean. Right. So let's put back the other side. Right, so everything looks good. Okay, so I think I can put the 2 bolt back now for the handlebar. Right, I got the wires there. I wish the wire that I have is also black, but whatever, that's all I have, right? But for sure this wire is way better than the regular 12 volts wire, which is like the black and red, and it's easy to fish because it's rounded. Anyway, I'm gonna put the 2 bolts back. Where's the other one? Where's that? I was looking for the other bolt. I thought I lost it, and this is right here. My flashlight, because it's a magnetic that I can just, stick it on any metal, hang it on any metal. Anyway. Right, so if you have magnetic tools, if you're looking for your screw and bolt, always check, because they it's gonna be there. All right, so my plan here is to install it like this, probably the other one. I don't know which one is gonna be good. I think this one is for this one here. So I don't want to, yeah, it's gonna be. Right, so the bolts already tried it, like they have the same, exactly the same thread, and the length. I cannot tell you guys what size is this, because as I said, this is only from my whole collection of the bolts. Like I collect garbage, like the thing that I think I can use it later. So yeah, and what I'm gonna do here is put it here, and this spacer as well is just perfect. Yeah, it's different size of the Allen key. Maybe, oops. Right, so this is also perfect because it's kind of snug, so it's not. There you go. And hopefully it would fit in here. All right, so both signal lights are in place, installed, and as you can see right here, so I removed the original bolts of the brake lever, and then I replace it with the longer one, and then use the spacer so that it won't hit the, like there's a gap between the throttle assembly. And the length of the bolt and the spacer that I use with the setup is right there. So uh, as I said, I can't really tell you guys like what is the exact size of the bolt. If you don't have any bolt that you can use, what you can do is you just gonna remove one, the original one. You can remove the original one, and then like take note of the length of the bolt that I have used, and take it to any local hardware store, and then get the same bolts with the proper length that you need. All right, so it's time to solder the wire together, and I got my soldering iron, heat shrink tubes, and a heat gun. So let's do it. So the wires of the LED light is a bit too long, so I'm just gonna cut it maybe half or more than half. Comes with a connector at the end, so I'm gonna keep this wire. Probably I can use it for something else. So I'm gonna do the same with the other light. I'm gonna try to do the same length. As I said, I'm gonna keep these wires because it has connectors. You'll never know what you can use it for in the future. And yep. Right, so the wire that I use, it has like ground, like 3 wires inside: ground, green, and white. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut the ground wire because I only need 2 wires. So I'm gonna use the white for the black, and then attach the green to the red, which is positive. There we go. I'm gonna do the same on the other wire. Right, so I don't have any other color, but doesn't matter anyway. It's gonna be covered by the, if I can get the wire sleeve. So everything here is gonna be covered anyway. So if you're using a heat shrink tube, don't forget to put that in first before connecting the wires. Otherwise, if you forget, you have to remove it again, and then just put it away from where you're gonna solder it, so that it won't like shrink while you're soldering the wires. And this is the second layer that I'm gonna use. And luckily I have the red one. By the way, the heat shrink tube kit, also bought it from Amazon. I'm gonna put as well the link in the description below if you guys wanted to buy. But I mean, it's good to have it actually. Myself, I'm also play RC cars, and I like modify them. I change. I mean, I used to play. All my RC cars are still here. I used to change motor and other stuff, and lots of soldering and connection. So it's good to have those shrink tube, around every time you do the wiring connection. All right, so I think it's ready to solder now. So this one's gonna go here. So again, I'm gonna use the negative wire attached to the white. Right, so now this is the other end of the wire. Now we're gonna cut it. Okay, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna open that. I got my battery booster, and yeah, this light is 12 volts. So make sure not to short them. And remember, green, I use positive as a green, and then the white is negative, right? So make sure not to short them. So you're gonna spark like crazy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. There you go. It's working. So it's gonna signal light like that, and time to try the other one. I'm gonna try both of them together actually. Let's see. And again. There you go. Nice. All right, so now I'm gonna remove the bottom cover so that I can run the wire to the signal light, the rear signal light. But first I have to remove the stand. Oops. Right, so when you remove it, be careful because of the charging port. I think I'm not gonna take it off because it's like there's a shrink tube here as well, so I'm not gonna touch that. Okay, open all the bolts. All right. So this is just a plastic shroud actually. There's another cover. Right, so that's how it looks like after you remove the plastic shroud. So there's another cover, metal. I don't know if it's probably aluminum. So I have to remove that as well. Okay, so I put marks in it, like all the screws inside. You can see the red dot right there, so that I won't make a mistake later on when I put back the cover on. And the size of the Allen key, just the same size that they use for the shroud. Okay, so all the bolts removed, and the bolts for the stand and the shroud and the actual cover, they are all the same size, exactly the same bolts, so you don't have to worry about mixing them up. And let's try to remove the actual cover here. Oops, I don't know what is that. Something dropped inside. I don't know what it is. There you go. Alright, so I have another challenge here. I don't know right now how am I gonna run the wire through. So for sure I'm gonna go here, right? And then I want to put it inside. I'm not sure if I can do that. I can also run it from the side through here, but as you can see right here, all the wire is sealed. So I'm gonna remove the signal light. If what does it look like there? Alright, so you can see those wires. The whole rubber thing there is like a rubber grommet. They just kind of look kind of messy because they also put like kind of a sealant, but it's soft to remove. So I'm gonna try to take that off. Alright, so there's actually two rubber grommet. There's two separate holes. The inner one is the cable for signal lights, and the one at the front is like the cable for the drum brake and the motor. So I'm just gonna use that rubber grommet to insert the wire there. Alright, so already the fishing wire is already inside through the hole from this rear signal light, and then I'm gonna fish the fishing wire with another wire. Oh, I found a rubber grommet from my collection. As you can see right there, I have like lots of I'm a garbage collector, that's what I'm saying. But I collect like useful stuff, you know. You can see even here, look at that, like lots of screws. So yeah, you'll never know when you need it. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna use one grommet and see how we're gonna do this for two wires, and then I'm just gonna put a sealant to really seal it later. So just like that. That fits, right? Okay, so I made it one hole bigger. Oh, it's kind of like bent a bit. All right, so for sure my warranty is void now. I don't know. Whatever. So like if you want to do this, you get, you know, like you have to get ready for that. So, but doesn't matter anyway. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go like that. There you go. So now it's gonna go right here, and let's see if I can still close it. So I think I have to cut the grommet a little bit right there. So I will do that. Alright, so there you go. I cut the grommet on the side. So let's see if it's gonna flush when we try to close it. The wire's too long. Just pull it a little bit. Okay, let's see, just to test. Go inside. Should be inside right there. There you go. I might have to cut a little bit here too so that I can put the screw. So like, yeah, so it's gonna be like that, and it's gonna covered by the plastic shroud here, and it should be good to go. This one is the fish wire, so it's not gonna stay there. Right, so now we have to make sure that we are gonna put the correct wire on the correct side. So this side here is gonna be left turn signal. So I have my battery booster again. As you can see at the front right there, the left is lighting up. So this is the wire for the left turn signal. So this is I'm gonna work on first. It's gonna go on this side here. Right, so right. Okay, so what I did here, I just stretched I used the long nose to pull the rubber grommet, stretch it, and then insert the wire like that. It's easy. The grommet is really flexible, so there you go. And then I'm gonna do the same for the right side, but I'm gonna do it one by one right now. It should be good. And then I'm gonna attach it here to the fish wire with the electrical tape, and let's see. Hopefully it will fit in the hole. There you go. It's here now. Right, one is in and out. I mean, in there and out. All right, so one wire is already here, so that's good. Just gonna pull this, and then just to make sure, I'm gonna try it again just to make sure this is the right wire for the left. Come on, should be make room for another wire. There you go. All right. Okay. Now I can see it. Okay, the wire's there. Right, so got it. And the same thing, I'm gonna put the electrical tape here and pull it out. All right. Alright, the wire's here. Let's pull that out. I knock off my my cell phone trying to remove the electrical wire, electrical tape from the wire. Okay, so rubber grommet back in place, so I guess we can close the back now. So as you can see right here, still too close to the bolt, so I don't want to pinch the wire. I'm gonna make the hole longer just to move it more to the inside, and yeah. Okay, so as you can see here, this one is way better. It's not pinching the wire. Yeah, I'll put all the screws back, and then I'm gonna put the shroud cover back, because like I don't think I still need to protect this wire, because like it's covered by this shroud, and it's also, as you can see right here, this is already double insulated wire, and it's still like wrapped with the aluminum foil. So I think that's like a good enough protection for whatever is gonna happen there inside. And I've been working on this like all day long, so I'm tired now. Right, so it's gonna be, should be good right there. That did not match that. Just make sure that it's not pinching the wire. So let me just pull it here first. Good. There you go. And then you can just push it back later when I put it back. Something is there. Alright, so there's another problem. Alright, so there's another challenge here, but it's not really a problem. As you can see, something is hitting the wire there, so which is this one here. So I'm just gonna cut, like that's maybe 2 inches. I'm gonna cut it until here. That's not really gonna pack. So I'm just gonna cut like it's about like 2 inches. So just gonna cut that right here. That's not gonna affect anything. Okay. Right. So I just use the cutter side cutter to cut it here, cut on there, and then use the long nose to strip the plastic, and then it should be okay. Alright, so it's sitting properly. There you go. And let's for the put all the screws. Alright, so it's time to do the last part of the installation. It's to tap this wire to the wire of the rear turn signal light. So hopefully everything will go smooth, as expected. But before that, just want to point this hole here for the wire. As you can see, it's wider, like oval shape, and I think it's meant for, like multiple wires to go in there. That's why it makes the, installation a bit easy. Otherwise, I have to make that hole bigger if it wasn't like that. All right, so let's do it. All right, so what I did is I just hold it here at the very bottom and just try to wiggle it to remove the outer casing. Don't pull it like too hard, otherwise you might damage the wire. So it's right here. So I'm just gonna open it and I'm gonna tap it there. And this thing here, I think this is just a seal. This is just a sealant. There is no like a rubber grommet there. It's just a sealant. So I think I'm just gonna clean that and then put a new sealant before installing it back. So if I cut the wire right here, I'm gonna push that back. Just gonna cut here. Okay, so I have to be careful not to damage this LED here. It's very close here. I don't want to cut it. Just trying to remove the insulation here. And this is another very good tool to have if you do lots of soldering. As you can see, I let it hold the PCB board, and then I can solder it easily. Alright, so before I put the sealant here and close everything, I have to make sure that it's working. So let's see, let's try it. Right, the scooter is on, and then all we have to do is to press the signal light left. Right there, it's working. You can see there, guys. Alright, this is a success. Sorry about the noise. My neighbor is cutting grass, I guess. There you go. So it's time to put them together, put the sealant, and put it back. Oh, that's the headlight. Alright, it's off. Alright, so this is a black silicone sealant. This is automotive grade, so that's the one I'm gonna use. This is brand new, never opened yet. So can use the cap to poke a hole right there. So that should be enough. And make sure not to put on the LED there that is close to the connection. Right, so what's next? Right, next thing here. The wire should fit properly. Right there. There you go, that's perfect. And alright, so let me turn the scooter on the other side, and we can do the right side. Alright guys, so that's the final step of the installation. I think we are done. I just want to mention to you guys that I want to show you here that the wire that I use is a stranded wire. It's not a solid wire, so make sure that's not to use the solid wire, because like you know, the one that goes to the folding mechanism is gonna be always bending like that, so the solid wire is not cannot resist that. It's gonna just break in the short period of time. So make sure again that is a stranded wire that you're using. It is strong enough to, you know, like for like flexing multiple times. Again, we go left, right, right. Alright guys, so that concludes the installation of the front signal of the City Pro 2022 City Pro. And again, I'm gonna put the link in the description below if you guys wanna buy exactly the same turn signal light from Amazon. And if you guys have any question regarding my installation, just leave the comment below and I will try to answer it. And like, thank you for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.